Hello, friends. It's I, host Eric, host of Talking to the Fans People, and World Cup aficionado. Person who really enjoys watching the World Cup. And I gotta say, South Korea's goal in stoppage time over Portugal to put them ahead of Portugal and to eventually win the game 2-1 has to be goal of the tournament. Goal of the tournament. That was so. It was so amazing. I just had to say goal, and it was fantastic. Well, really proud of me to make this video though. I am not happy with the commercials. Why are they so dumb? Like, try a little bit harder. For example, those horribly dumb Doritos commercials with David Beckham in it. You know? Is it called football? Is it called soccer? Like, shut the fuck up already. That's the most clever fucking commercial you could come up with? I mean, first of all, it's obviously called soccer. And like, if you're, I don't care how big of a soccer fan you are, I'm a huge World Cup fan, you know? It's downright treasonous for any American to call that shit football. Okay, so just, if you're like, no, I call it football because I'm so into soccer, fuck you, okay? If you're an American, you need to not do that. That's not cool. Because football is football, obviously. America football, that takes over the word football for everybody, okay? Because America football is so awesome. I'm not dissing the World Cup at all. World Cup's fucking phenomenal. It's such good entertainment. That Ian Dark, he's such a good commentator. I'm not a fan particularly of there's one there's one there's one broadcasting pair that's the worst of them. I would go so far as to say they're annoying a little bit when they're doing the broadcast. They were doing what broadcast? I kept like muting it. That's how I know they were not doing a good job. What game was that? Anyway, but mostly they're pretty darn good. The ones with two English people are better. You know, like the one with the two English people. That one's pretty good broadcasting pair. But Ian Dark and the lady that he's with, that's a pretty good broadcast pair too. That's probably their flagship team, you know. Regardless, it's called soccer. Okay, so Doritos, your commercial's gay, and you see people in the stands holding up signs saying it's called soccer. Listen, don't waste your time trying to teach the barbarians, okay? They don't know anything about anything, so just let them call it whatever, I guess, but at least they spell it differently. Futbol. Well, that's not how you spell football. It's FOOTBALL football. Ah. Does America have to teach the world everything? Okay, a little bit more about this World Cup stuff. I was pretty sad about Mexico losing because I'm a big Mexico fan. But, el tri. However, I'm an equivalently big South Korea fan. So it's like, what am I going to get in there? Mexico or South Korea? I'll take South Korea. If I had to choose, I would have chosen South Korea because they have less success in general than Mexico does. It was really great to see them get through. And how about Japan winning the group? What? Nani? I mean, I'm not surprised they got through, but they won the group. What's up with that? Right? Yeah, let's see, what other storylines from the World Cup do we want to discuss today? Big game. Big game passed. U.S. kicked Iran's ass appropriately. I mean, we won 1-0. It's not really not really a full blast ass kicking like they deserve, but anyway, we won the game is the point, right? We won nothing. I don't know. We won the game. Yeah, it was 1-0. It was on that Pilichik's guy's goal where he got kicked in the stomach. Big game coming up. U.S. versus the Netherlands. Which I can only assume refers to the area between my belt and knees. Those are my Netherlands. Anyhow, we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them. Some lady on TV said, winnable game. The announcer lady who is doing the Ghana Uruguay game, she said, winnable game. Very winnable for the U.S. So, therefore, consider it won. All right? But it's shaping up to be a pretty darn exciting final 16 teams that get through, You've got your stalwarts. You got your Brazil. They get through, of course. You got your Spain. They're going to get through, of course. But you got some surprises. Germany's out. See you later again, Germany. What's up with that? Not enough bratwursts or too many bratwursts? That's the main question Germans are asking themselves today. You get Portugal going through, winning the group, but not beating South Korea. Kind of a surprise there. Another favorite, obviously. Argentina have been, finding their legs here, getting rolling. It looks like in time for the elimination stage. Where you lose a game, you're out of the tournament, all the way out. Not any of you at all is left in. Australia making it through. Canada not be making it through. Too bad for Canada. Too bad for North America, Except for the U.S. Too bad for Canada. Too bad for Mexico. All that's left of the North Americas isn't us. So, anywho, too bad for those other countries. Too bad for Uruguay. I don't really like Uruguay, but this tournament, man, they were dirty. They're like the dirtiest team in this tournament. They always try their shenanigans, you know? They like they'd rather go down and try to get a penalty than actually try to score. It's kind of ugly, you know? Although they did score twice today, but they needed to score 3 times if they wanted to get through, and they did not score 3 times. You know, the South Koreans should send, I think his last name's like Ziggy or something, the Ghanaian, the Ghanaian, I think they should really call it, but the Ghanaian goalkeeper, I think his last name is Ziggy, but he made a phenomenal save. Just really top shelf save there at the end of the match between Uruguay and Ghana. That what really made it such that South Korea could still go through. Well, it's too late now. Kitty's moved anyway. So, anybody I haven't mentioned that really needs to be mentioned? Well, obviously, Croatia needs to be mentioned. They seemed happy when they advanced. You know, I don't have a lot to say about Croatia, I guess. They didn't really make a big impression on me, I guess. Poland is feeling very sorry for its self right now because I think they're out. Yep, they didn't cut the mustard, as they say. Now, Morocco. Since when does Morocco win a group? Since 2022, you know. Qatar, shitty. Super shitty. Just like your country. Saudi Arabia, see you later. Iran, see you later. What do you mean this isn't the kind of sportsmanship that that FIFA wants to see? I don't care. I do not care about what FIFA wants. What I want is to tell the truth. Okay? Not to cover shit over or to compromise. So, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, fucking, who else in this tournament was there that Eric doesn't like? Well, you know, I don't really like Morocco. Okay, I get it, you're North Africa, but you're pretty Middle East. Alright? Just like Egypt. No, Egypt's not in Africa. Egypt's in the Middle East. That's for sure. So, not that Egypt's in this tournament. But anyway, there are countries that I don't like in the tournament. Well, Russia didn't make it. And China didn't make it. That's nice. I don't like France very much. You know, I like their chances in the tournament. I think they're definitely, well, I've cooled a little bit on Spain, you know, and I've heated up more on France. My initial 2 picks were, after watching the first game of everybody, was Spain, number 1, because they looked so phenomenal in their first game. And France, because they got that Mbappe guy, right? And that guy is amazing. You watch that guy play, you go, wow, what a good soccer player. Denmark, see you later. Belgium, out you go. Yep, you were right. You were too old and slow. Turns out. Although you looked good in that last game and you still lost it. Who else have I not talked about? Did I talk about everybody else? I know I must be missing some people. Let's see. I talked about Brazil. Who else is in that group? It's Brazil. That's not very good. I didn't do a very good job of telling you who's in Brazil's group. But it does have Brazil in it. I know that much. It's got Brazil in it. And they're already through, of course, you know. They're typical Brazil. Costa Rica. There's a country I failed to mention. I see some stuff going on the TV right now. Costa Rica looked bad. Well, they looked terrible against, was it Spain? Who just what's the word? Just pillaged them. Spain just pillaged the shit out of Costa Rica. Oh my God, that was such a pillaging. If it was they, I believe it was that game. 7-0. Whew. Anyway, Costa Rica, you know, after the game was over, they went back to the hotel with their extremely sore anuses. And they said, hey, we need to regroup here and play a little bit better in our next couple of games, which they did. But their primary memory from the trip to Qatar is that they just got fucked so hard in the ass by Spain. That's their primary memory of the whole trip. That and the fact that it was hard to get alcohol and that it was always hot and there was sand everywhere. Thanks a lot, Qatar. Anyway, people staying in shipping containers with air conditioning. Who needs windows? They seem perfectly happy, but apparently it's incredibly loud too. The air conditioning is like super loud, but absolutely necessary because you're in the middle of the fucking desert. The thing is, they lived there before they knew there was oil there. Who would live there? What kind of morons would live there? In the middle of the desert. That's just a dumb place to live. Anyway, as you can tell, I really enjoy the World Cup. So I share my... I'm going to do my Chad Ochocincos. I'm Chad Ochocincos. Chad Ochocincos is actually Chad Ochocincos. And that's one to grow on. From me, number one, World Cup fan Eric, who I'm sure provides a much better fan experience than Chad Ochocinco, although I've never watched him. But I'm nevertheless sure that mine is better. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.